Hello, my amazing analytical Aquarius. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi, and I am here to deliver your guided healing Pokémoncy and tarot. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for all of your likes and support, Aquarius. You guys came in number 4 for this month. Just as a reminder, the top 2 videos with the most likes will get promo codes for the extended as well as a twin flame bonus later. So let's hop in. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had, is this me in reverse? So it feels like you're no longer questioning who you are. You're really starting to solidify your sense of self. There's really no more questioning. But we had downcast pride come out as well. So it looks like maybe, you are solidifying your sense of self, but you're not being as proud of yourself as you could be. It's still hard for you to feel this pride in who you are. This feels kind of like an unhealthy relationship with the ego. We had the Book of Shadows come out, which this has been coming out for so many people, okay? So the Book of Shadows, this especially came out for Cancer, which was right before you, but the Book of Shadows is the book that you write down all of your spell work and such. So if you're doing spell work, there could be something involving that, but I'm getting more so it's just the magic that you have done in the past, right? Because some people keep their Book of Shadows in their brain, right? And we're all consciously, unconsciously manifesting things, right? We're manifestation machines. That's what brains are. So we have, spells that have been cast basically, whether they're manifestations on purpose or not. And it's basically the documentation of them, what has been recorded in history of your quote unquote spell work. And then we have the circle coming out with the 6 of fire, which is Saturn. So I heard that things are coming full circle here, okay? And with Saturn coming out, which is the Lord of Karma, the Lord of Time, it feels like things are coming full circle in some sort of way. The saying, like, what goes around comes around is really, applicable to this situation is what it feels like. And some of it could be influencing your inner circle and people that are around you. For some of you, you might be going through your Saturn return, which is when Saturn comes back. It does a full orbital and returns back to the place where it was when you were born in that exact degree in that constellation. So some of you may be dealing with that. Saturn is also a time, or he's the planet that represents physical restrictions and, needing to put your nose to the grind and follow rules and things like that. And so I feel like all that sort of energy, the Saturnian energy, is involved here. We had Drift Bloom coming out using Eerie Wave. So I feel like there's something like in the air basically, but it's more so in your third eye, right? In your mind, that's just kind of eerie. You might be picking up on some sort of like eerie type vibe, like eerie wave, right? In the air, in your mind. Like basically you're picking up on the vibes and they're not the greatest, okay? With Trainer using Versus Seeker, it feels like this is maybe what you are feeling, right? Trainer indicates somebody else. So it feels like you have this eerie feeling that someone else is trying to combat you in some way, right? That they're trying to be versus you, that they're trying to fight you in some way. This could be someone who is doing spell work towards you, especially if they're in your inner circle. This could also be a father even involved here, or a very restrictive type energy, because Saturn represents patriarchal forces in general. And, in the collective, of course, patriarchal forces are doing, shadow magic for sure. But yeah, it's like you feel this kind of, you versus me kind of mentality with someone around. You can just feel that vibe. With Purloin coming out using Fake Out, this is dark energy. So it's like you can feel this darkness around. And with Fake Out, you can tell that someone's being fake with you, but it also feels like maybe, it's like your lower self feels like it needs to be fake in some regard. Again, it's like this fake, it's like your own shadow wants you to be fake in some sort of way. But again, you're not questioning who you are anymore. Your solar plexus and your ego isn't the healthiest, but you know who you are. And whatever this eerie energy is, it's trying to stimulate your shadow to be fake. Okay. So that's what's being cleansed this month. As a true siderealist, we have headed into Scorpio season. I'm recording this on the 23rd, which is the first day of Scorpio season when the sun is actually in the constellation Scorpio. It is only going to be there for 7 days, so this is a deep time to be doing our shadow work and such. So what we are doing for this month's guided healing, we are going to take a look and see what cycle are you stuck in. Then we're going to see how do we break that cycle, what can you do to end it, and then we're going to see how to transmute that energy into a purposeful rebirth. And then of course we will look at some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. So Aquarius, let's see, what cycle are you stuck in? We have alone in the world and masquerade in reverse. Yeah, so you have decided to take off the false mask. It's funny because Cancer energy also got a very similar message, which was right before you. So alone in the world, you are discovering that there are more people who are like you, that are thinking the same way as you, and you are understanding that there actually is a community of like-minded people. With the masquerade in reverse, it's literally, people who are no longer wearing this false mask, people who are deciding like, okay, I need to be my authentic self because enough is enough. It feels very revolutionary, to no surprise, Aquarius, since you are the revolutionary of the zodiac. So let's see, let's get some more information on this. What's the cycle? So that doesn't seem bad, right? That's kind of a good cycle to be in. Whew, with the 10 of Earth and Imbolc. So the 10 of Earth, it's funny because this card has been coming out quite often as well. It is the eclipse card, as you can see. And so this is the eclipse energy that's in reverse. And if you know, like, we are right in the middle of eclipse season, right? We had that Taurus full moon eclipse that happened on the 27th. I don't remember, but it just happened, okay? And then we have the solar eclipse that's coming up in the sign of Ophiuchus. It will be within that constellation. So it feels like this eclipse has kind of jostled some things around that are not in the best way. With the 10 of Earth, 10 of Earth typically represents, more like people coming together for generational wealth. It's like people who have a lot of money, they have a lot of land, they have a lot of this, it's, generational wealth and the ability to expand one's family even. But with the 10 of Earth, when it's upright, it's showing, the light that is eclipsing the dark, right? Look at all these people around the world too, right? So what I'm getting is you have this sense of community. You know that you're not alone in the world, that there are multiple people, but it feels like you're disconnected from them. They're very far away. And I feel like you think that even with the mask coming off, it feels kind of like an aggravation of more people who are in the shadow than are coming to the light. It's like people who, even if they think like you, with Imbolc, which is a shadow celebration, right? It happens like in February. It's one of the darkest points of the year. But it celebrates when light is coming. But again, it still feels like stuck in the shadow of kind of feeling the need to be underground in some sort of way. Like you want to take off this mask, but the thing is for some reason there's this feeling of staying in the shadow because the people who are actually with you in this community that make you feel like you're not alone in the world are kind of like on the other side of the world. Like they're not actually within close proximity with you. Let's see, what's the light energy here? We have Relicanth using deep sea search. Yeah, I was getting some energy about this Imbolc card as regarding to the water. So as you can see, she is boiling this water and pouring some out. And this has to do with, it's very similar to temperance energy of like cold water versus warm water and trying to find like a nice temperature, so to speak. And I relate that, of course, water has to do with emotion. So, I'm feeling with this Relicanth, which is a water type, that with deep sea search, you're really trying to, go deep and search for some things. And some of it may be within the emotional body. but again, going into the deep sea, right? What's at the deep sea? That's some shadow, right? It's basically pitch black, right? And I feel like that's basically where you feel you and these people who, you know, make you feel not alone in the world, that people who are actually their authentic self are still hiding at the bottom of the sea, hiding, you know, in the shadow in some sort of way. I am hearing that you're understanding that things are thawing out. Basically, that things will come to surface, but you're still stuck in this shadow energy. It says, a rare Pokemon discovered during a deep sea exploration. It has not changed in over 100 million years. So, you know, it's talking about how it's rare, and like Aquarius, of course, you know, you are a very rare breed. It feels like you have, you know, it's rare to be one's authentic self, and you know that you are. And it hasn't changed in over 100 million years. So I feel like this is something that, you know, is like, oh my God, you know, this is something that's been going on for lifetimes, basically, as people who, you know, don't want to wear these masks and be a false self end up being pushed into the shadows. And, you know, the ones who are wearing the false masks and, you know, faking everything are the ones who are in the light and controlling the way that the world works. Let's see what's the shadow here. We have, it's trying to hide fighting energy. Yeah, that the fight is in the shadow, right? That the fight is only in the shadow realm. So yeah, I mean, straight up. So, you know, this is also the Sacral Chakra, which is your creative potential, how you are emotionally and sensually connecting with others. And again, it's like the only connection that you're having is in the shadow aspect of this, which again is, you know, the hidden area, the unseen, and things like that. So yeah, it's like, you know authentically who you are, and you know it's rare to find these people who are very authentic, and it looks like you have really connected with them, but it's like, you know, you're still in the shadows. It kind of feels like you found an online community, but like through the dark web or something like that. Not saying that that's what happens, but that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. All right, so like I said, in the extended, we are going to take a look and see what we can do to break this cycle, you know, just get out of the shadow, help bring this energy to light, right? And then how we can take that ending energy, transmute it into the rebirth, and then, of course, some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. Let's see, Mother Moon, please bring us into the extended. Woo! Hold your vision. Yeah, you have a vision, and you know that things are going to be coming to light. This is a fixed moon, and you're being asked to fixate on what your vision is. And part of this has to do with the emotionality of it. Okay. Going right to the 10 of Earth, that eclipse. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. We just had the full moon in Taurus, right? That was part of this eclipse. And, you know, later down the line, when eclipse season comes again, I do believe that it's going to be the new moon in Taurus once we hit that area. So during the next eclipse, which is Taurus season, so that's about 5 months away, I want to say. Prosperity lies ahead. You need to be holding your vision through these darker periods, because you are going to be prosperous with whatever vision that you have. You know, things that may seem more shadowy now, yeah, okay, but guess what? We have another eclipse season coming up, and prosperity does lie ahead, and it looks like you need to hold your vision until next eclipse season in Taurus season. So we're going to check out more about what that is and what we can do in order for you to help to hold your vision, in order for you to anchor in this prosperity that does lie ahead for you on this timeline, should you choose to go down that one. We will look at that more in the extended. If you'd like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah!